Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at my first clear of a Daikokuten. And I have a lot of memories associated with this mission. I remember when it first came out, it was so difficult. And then for like the next 2 months, every time it came around, I would play it for the full 2 hours or whatever. And I would get like 1 or 2 clears. And I was like, oh my god, the max luck of this is not happening. But then, Royce was released, his Transcendent form, and then I made the max luck of Marishten. And then with those 2 characters, the mission really opened up, and then I was getting serious about making the max luck. And then I remember it was New Year's Eve, last year I think, and then I needed like a crazy amount of Daikokutens, like 25 or 30. But I went hard in the mission, my drop rate was super good, and actually I finished the max luck that day. It was just a few hours before the New Year's Eve, so you know that was memorable just for the day it was on. But also that evening was the first day that Gabrielle was released in the Legends Hatcher, and I was lucky enough to get her in the first 10 shot that I pulled. So on New Year's Eve I got a max luck with the Chain Lightning Bump combo, and then Gabrielle with the Chain Lightning Bump combo. So that was very cool. But anyway, talking about the mission, gimmicks here are warps and mines. And then there are lots of chances to pinch, so I prefer to bring all bounce characters. Some people like to bring, you know, 1 or maybe 2 Pierce characters, but I really recommend bounce characters. And then there are also no hearts, so we need to make use of the healing walls. And then the Praetas that we see in the corners there, they have one-hit KOs, so we do want to take them out first, and then move on to doing damage to the boss. And then to talk about the team that I'm using, first I'm using Hendrickson, the human evolution form. He's a bounce with a Minesweeper and Null Warp, and he's pretty great here. He has the Rebound Rebound X Laser, which can do decent damage. And then he has a strike shot where you get speed and power up, and then shoots lasers out. And that's also pretty powerful for this mission. And then this Hendrickson, I gave him the Spirit Crest. And then the one ability that he has is a Healing Wall Master. So every time he hits the healing wall, he'll get an extra 1000 HP of healing, which is very nice. And then if you look closely, you'll see that he gets like a new kind of additional effect when he hits a healing wall, so keep an eye out for that. Next up I'm using a Meliodas Ascension, another bounce with Minesweeper and Null Warp. He has a very strong bump combo. It's like a lock-on shockwave that hits all enemies, and then also a lock-on shockwave that homes in on the weak points, all the weak points on a stage. And yeah, I've been using Meliodas for lots and lots of different missions, and he's always been good. But I've never used him in a light mission. And yeah, this was when I realized how strong he is. Lots of damage from his bump combo. He also has a Counter Slayer, so that increases his direct attacks. And then his attack is already 30,000 with the gauge, so he does pretty good damage with his base attacks. He has a strike shot where he gets his big, spiked arms and then hits whomever is close to him. And yeah, also very powerful, but you kind of use it differently from most other speed and power up strike shots. Next up I'm using Arcadia, and I finally beat this guy the other day, so I ascended him and then made him. He is another bounce with Null Warp. He has Minesweeper M. His bump combo, he has the green piece, but the red version, which I like a lot. It's not as powerful as some of the more recent bump combos, but I still really like it. And then he has a bump combo, the Tribe Pulse. And what that does is it homes on to the nearest target, and then does damage to that target. And then it also does that same damage to every other enemy on the screen that is the same class. So if you hit a demon with it, all demons on the screen will take damage. So it's very good for clearing a crowd of little guys. And we also saw on the previous stage that if it hits a boss's weak point, it will do 3 times the damage, so that's pretty strong. There are some situations though in this mission where that bump combo is kind of a liability. We'll take a look at that later. And then he has a strike shot where he becomes 4, and then it's like a mini command strike shot. So that's pretty powerful. It can do lots of damage to lots of guys. But also, you have to be a little bit careful with it in this mission, because there are some characters you do not want to take care of, like the masks that we see down there. If we take down both of those in this stage, Daikokuten will go into angry mode, and then we'll also lose the healing walls. So yeah, we definitely do not want to take down the masks. Okay, and finally my friend is the guy I was talking about before, Royce. Another bounce with flight this time, and then a null warp. He has a strong bump combo, the green peas, and a lock-on rebound laser. And then a bump combo where he gets speed and power up and shoots out triangles at everybody. And yeah, he is great. There we see the healing wall master from Hendrickson, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we are doing lots of damage to the boss already. Kind of the boss's most dangerous attack is the move around and then explode attack. So I like to, on this first stage, keep all of my guys in the top half of the screen. But yeah, everybody's bump combo is so strong that I'm taking Daikokuten down much quicker than I have ever done before, I think. And then for the next stage, we want to start on the right side of the screen, so our positioning here is pretty good. And yeah, positioning on every stage of this mission is pretty important. So it's a good idea to get used to that, and then get used to moving your guys around. Although, well, no. Even with this very strong team with very strong bump combos, it's still important to get the positioning right, so yeah, definitely learn that. Okay, so here, this is a level where Arcadia's bump combo can be sort of a liability. Because the mask is a deity class, and so is Vishnu up there. So if we hit Vishnu with the Tribe Pulse, then the mask will take damage as well. So we definitely do not want to position Arcadia near Vishnu. And if he is near him, we definitely do not want to hit Vishnu, so we have to be careful about that. Okay, nice damage from Hendrickson, and nice healing as well. And then with Meliodas here, let's just do an up and down angle with some healing in there. And we'll put a little bit of an angle on there so we can get out a couple bump combos, that is fine. And then, thinking about the next stage, we would like our guys to be in the bottom half of the screen, so let's try to aim for that. Okay, again, really strong bump combos. And again, we got the boss down before the move around and explode attack, so yeah, pretty crazy. Alright, last stage. Let's get rid of the Praetos first so that we don't eat the one-hit KO. And then, this stage is difficult because the boss has lots of HP. And yeah, it was always this stage that was the most difficult for me in the beginning, when I was beginning to play Daikokuten. But as we got more and more characters with more and more damaging bump combos, this stage became easier and easier. Alright, but again, we want to be aware of the move around and explode attack, so we'll move our guys down. And then once that attack comes out, we can go back to doing damage to the boss. Okay, with Royce, we'll just do a left and right, try to get some healing in. That is fine. And then with Hendrickson here, let's do a slight angle down. Try to move my guys down. Alright, perfect. So now I should be out of range of the move around and explode attack. Okay, very good. Okay, so here comes that attack. Very damaging, and it has a chance to stun us, so we definitely don't want to get hit by that. But here, let's use Arcadia Strike Shot. We'll split into 4, and we'll go all over the place. Get some healing, get some damage on the boss, and hopefully not take down the mask. So this was lucky. Okay, with Royce, we'll use his Strike Shot as well. We'll do a slight angle to the right, so again, we do not hit the mask. And we'll get some healing in, get some damage in on the boss. And that is fine. Okay, and then with Hendrickson, let's use his Strike Shot as well. We don't really need to hit the healing wall, but we might as well, just because we're here. Alright, so every hit, he gets a laser out into the boss, so pretty good. And it's nice because the mask has a laser barrier as well, so... Alright, and then finally, although we don't need it, probably, let's use Meliodas' Strike Shot. And then the way that this works is that when he gets near an enemy, his arms will attack. So actually it's better to use it where you don't actually hit anything, because that way you can keep your speed up. And then as he moves past guys, he hits them, and so does lots of damage. And it can do really good damage even without a weak point. So it could be good to practice your perfect horizontal or perfect vertical attacks. Okay, but there's the clear bonus. We got a few drops as well. Now I can finally ascend my Eden, so I'm happy about that. And then I did say before that I have fond memories of the Daikokuten quest, but I have mixed feelings about the character. The design of the character is awesome. On paper, the character is really good. Bounce with a double null ability, null damage wall, null warp, the chain lightning bump combo, and then the missile strike shot, which eliminates some gimmicks. So yeah, really good character, but there's kind of not a lot of good places to use them. They are listed as being good for like Akasha and Izanagi Zero, but their strike shot is not really good for those missions because they have healing walls or healing panels. So I prefer to use a character with a speed and power up so that I could use that to get lots of healing in. Another thing is that the chain lightning, not super good in Izanagi Zero because it's not really a good bump combo to set off the wizard's counterattack. And then also in Akasha, it might take down a golem by accident before you are ready. So yeah, really strong character, but not a whole ton of places to use it. But yeah, I was very happy with the team that I used to go through Daikokuten. And I will consider making the max luck, but it won't be a high priority for me. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.